to the latest episode of the Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner. It's the star of the show. It's former Chelsea, former Nigeria. I'm not going to mention all of his clubs. Middlesbrough, we'll give them a mention. It's John Obi Makélélé. It's myself, Chris McCarty, and we are on set in London for this edition of the podcast. And, well, John, first and foremost, we're going to be joined momentarily by a man who you refer to as the master.
Yep, big thanks to our sponsors, BetWinners. They've been there for us, season 1, season 2. We're back at it again. Now we're on the road. It shows that we're doing something right. Something right.
Or at least you are.
If BetWinner is still sticking with us, but they are proud sponsors, and we always have to say thanks to them.
We do. Not wrong on that front. Sorry that I missed them. And of course, we've got to thank them. We've got to thank the fella that's going to be with us shortly as well. He's given up his time.
Yes.
It is, well, if you're the apprentice...
He's the master.
He is the master.
He's the master.
Talk to me about a certain Claude Makélélé.
My mentor, my idol in my position that I played. For me, he's the greatest that has ever played in that position.
They call that after him.
Yeah. You must be doing something right if you have a position named after you. So Claude Makélélé is that man. And what an honor to have him here with us.
We've spoken, and before we get Claude on the pod, I look at that position and how it's evolved. You're right. Claude Makélélé, the Makélélé role, you replaced him. And I should actually say congratulations on that. That is big shoes to fill. Of course, Claude, a Champions League winner back in 2002. He did it with Madrid. You did it with a bigger club, John. You did it with Chelsea. That holds more weight, of course, all jokes aside. But, we talked about that role, and you've mentioned Busquets, Rodri as well. There's a player that I know you and I agree to this.
Yeah.
If Pep was here now, you can keep your Haalands, you can keep your De Bruyne.
He's the number one player in the shit.
He
number
is.
One. And for me, he's taking that position. He's changed it so much. Obviously, you have the Makélélé who's played it, and then you have Busquets as well. We thought, okay, Busquets is from a different planet in that position. Never gave the ball away. Wasn't the quickest. The position, the way he played the game with calm, elegance. And then you have Rodri, who's like, he's like an animal on that pitch. He wants to score goals. He wants to create, he wants to give assists, and he wants to make sure the team plays well. And when I watch Rodri play, he just keeps this Manchester City team ticking. He goes, he gets the ball, he dictates the game. It's just a joy to watch him play. It's a joy to watch Rodri play. And maybe because I played the same position, I've just seen how he's taken that book of the holding role position, and he's just gone, you know what? I'm going to rip all this off, and I'm going to create my role. And now you might have to call it the Rodri role.
Yeah, the Rodri role. Thankfully, the Makélélé role still exists. There. It is still there. There's no doubt about it. We're going to welcome him into the conversation momentarily. But what was it, John? You watched this guy day in, day out. You learned from him. As you say, he was the master, you were the apprentice. For anyone that's followed the game, and we've often spoken about the players that get the limelight, your Eden Hazards, your Didier Drogba's, your players at the top end of the
Frank
pitch.
Lampards.
The Frank Lampards, going to mention Frank. A Claude Makélélé, he's done his job well if he's gone unnoticed. He won't get a single inch in the Sunday morning's newspapers. He goes home, his job well done. What was it though, John, from a footballing perspective, that he just did better than anyone?
I think just making sure the team is, the structure of the team is there, and making sure that he played for the team. It's about the team. It's not about him. It's not about the ego. It's about the team. It's about the club. The club is bigger than the player. And I think Maka has shown that all through his career, that I am going to have to put myself second. The football club is bigger than an individual. And he's done that all his life, all his career, and I was so happy to have learned from him. That's just when I joined the club. And when I started to play in that position, it took me a while to understand that I need to let my ego go.
Yeah.
I need to let all this John Obi Makélélé, the creative player, go, because that's not going to happen at Chelsea. Sunday morning, it was Sun newspaper back then. You look at this, the each player's ratings. Marca is always 5.5, 6. But then watch the game back. And you see,
9.
if you're a football person, you'll see what he's done. the job that he's done for the club. And then you look at the likes of, Frank Lampard, Drogba, the guys who scored the goal. They got 9.5. It just shows that is a position whereby we never got the lamp, and it's okay. We did it for the club. We did it for the team. And as long as the team was successful, we were happy. We were winning trophies. Everybody was happy. Easy.
He's the ultimate teammate, isn't he?
He's the ultimate teammate. I love Claude. Claude played with a smile, trained with a smile, never complained, never had anything to say, any bad word to say about anybody. And I watched him, the way he lived his life as well, not on the pitch, around the training ground. He was always quiet. He was a player that the young players could go to and talk to. And he's always there to listen. He was always there to give his advice. I spoke to him a few times on the training ground. I remember one time I asked him, I was like, how come you're always at the right place at the right time? He's like, it's all about the timing, Mikel. You need to follow the ball, follow the movement of the ball, and then you will know instantly where you need to be. Your job is to make sure that you protect the back four. You have to make sure that the back four is constantly protected. So follow the ball, know where the ball is going. And if the ball is on the right, you need to make sure your body shape is facing that way, but towards your goal line. And that's why he's always there. At edge of the box, marker is there. So, the timing for him was perfect.
You joke that JT was always, John, get it.
Yeah.
I
I was going to say that, yeah.
JT never had to ask Claude. It was Claude telling JT.
It was Claude telling JT what to do. But I think because JT played with Claude for such a long time before I joined the club, I remember once JT was like, he spoke to me on the pitch, he was like, Marker will do that. I'm like, yeah, I know that. I've just started. But JT always liked to pull the defensive play. You always have to be with JT. He likes to feel you. It's like he needs to feel you around him.
Yeah.
If you're the defensive player, JT wants to feel your presence, that you're close to him, and that's what gives him the confidence to be able to do what he does. His timing and everything was perfect as well. But I must say, Claude, in terms of being in the right place at the right time, we've talked about Lamps being in the right place at the right time. When in terms of rebounds, smashing it in, Claude was the same in terms of defensive work for us.
A new nickname for Claude and for yourself, John Terry's comfort blanket, is essentially what you were, John. Listen, Claude is here. Let's welcome into the conversation now. An absolute legend of the game. Real Madrid, I don't think ever really recovered, or it took a long time for them to recover. Obviously, the Casemiros, the Cruzes, and obviously Modric. But they took a long time to recover from this man leaving the football club. It is the one and only Claude Makélélé.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sports betting.
Well, welcome along to another edition of the Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner. Johnny, that contact book of yours again.
Keeps going up, eh?
It keeps going up. I've got to come to the party at some point, my friend. I'm going to allow you to introduce this man. This fella is a legend. He's such a legend. There's a position on the football
named
pitch
after him.
It's remarkable.
He's my mentor. Someone who inspired me when I joined, obviously, the biggest club for me in the world, Chelsea. He taught me how to play this role. I learned for 6 months, almost a year. I sat down watching and learning from this man, the one and only, Claude Makélélé.
Claude Makélélé.
Welcome to the Obi One Podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.
I've got to say, Claude, you look magnificent. I tell this man all the time, he could still be playing. And looking at you, you could still be playing.
No.
Come on, Claude.
They pushed me out.
John, you pushed him out.
Exactly. I was just telling them the story that yesterday we talked about it, and he said I pushed him out, and I was also telling him that some certain Kanté also pushed me out. So football is when your time, you need to know when to know the time is right to move on. And obviously, I joined the club when I was young. I was 18. And Mourinho pulled me in his office and said, listen, I want you to watch one player sit down and watch Claude Makélélé, how he plays this position. And the position has been named after him, the Claude Makélélé role. And that's that's how much I learned from this man here.
Your time at Chelsea, Claude, trophies won. How do you reflect on it?
At the beginning, it'd be not difficult. when I arrived, it's been Ranieri. I have a lot of good players. We are almost 30. And I come from different football, La Liga, you play with timing.
Easy quality, tiki taka.
No, easy quality, but you play 9 a.m. When I come back from my league, my first game is B12. 12 o'clock, I wake up. What's happened? We go eat. Hey, we have game. It's be shocked, but it's be interesting because, yes, I something love Premier League. Different football, different mentality, different country also, language. I need to put myself in this kind of situation for understanding, first of all, England, the way they play, the way the manager is thinking about the system, everything like this, long ball, second ball, for me.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult. But I'm in a different country, I need to learn.
Yeah.
And yes, the teammate make me understanding Claude is different. I have French player with me, Marcel Desailly, Manuel Petit, Galas, and I have
Baba Yaro.
Baba Yao.
Yeah.
Many players speak French.
Yeah.
They help me a lot. There were sometimes I'm talking like, sometimes we forget the teammate. We need to explain how the teammate
Help you to settle.
help you it's very important. Very important.
Yeah.
When we be Chelsea, once they come, we need to talk with them, explain, change the ID, and for make them also understanding the part from the team, the part from the group, the club. This will be the identity for Chelsea. The way we make successful, because anyway, one leave, one go in, nothing changing. The football sees the same.
The same. Yeah.
The one says, when I finish, they take the position, they make progress this position in different way. They progress, the standing, win trophy. I'm happy because we are family together, you understand? And when I see him now, it's like, yes, big boy, and I'm happy. I have Michael Essien, him, Jeremy Ditap, Didier. We are a lot.
Yeah.
Asselbank, I meet Asselbank before, Melchiot.
Mario.
No,
I think what he's saying there is, when somebody leaves and another person comes in and takes over and it still remains, I think he's talking about the structure of the club, of the team, and how we played, and the winning mentality of how to have the know-how of winning games. And this is something that I learned from the likes of Maka, of course, JT, Frank, all these big players, that whoever leaves and whoever comes in then already knows what is coming into. And when I look at the team now, maybe that's something that is missing, because everybody just comes in and thinks, okay, I'm coming into Chelsea Football Club. But nobody actually knows what the structure and how things are done. It's about winning. It's about, not having the time to say, okay, I'm a new player. I need time to settle. You have to win. And I think that's what Maka is really saying.
It's interesting. I forgot, Claude, that Claudio Ranieri, you're right, he was the one who signed you, and the kind of the interest levels in you, in a lot of ways, Claude, it was your performances on the pitch, but you left a football club that was in the Galactico era. And there was a feeling that Real Madrid lost their way. I remember that first year, second year of you being at Chelsea, all the papers in Madrid.
Yeah.
What was Florentino doing?
Because of Maka, yeah.
They needed Maka. Claude was underrated in Spain, underrated at Madrid, because he gave control to the midfield. It's arguably the greatest compliment, Claude, to you, because you weren't seen as a big Galactico, but you were so important. It gave that role, the role that both of you played, it almost gave that role extra credence.
The football, many managers change the football with different ideas. They come with their own idea. It's me, I know do this. Football is never changing. We know I see long time. This position, it means like number 10. He's a creator, thinking for the teammate, the balance. It's very important. It's no place just for him. If play for the stability for
the team.
This is this position. Sometimes I tell the young player, be careful. When you go in this position, you don't exist anymore.
Yeah, you don't have the limelight. You will not get it.
Don't fight from this side. Accept this position, enjoy it, because the successful is always after you finish your career. I'm thinking the manager who's the technician understanding how is important. It's important for the football understanding how it means this position.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sport betting.
BetWinner.
John's right. There's no spotlight on it. It's the position that goes unnoticed in a lot of ways. Is that your personality, Claude? Are you a quiet man, or are you someone that doesn't chase the headline? So in a lot of ways, your personality and that position on the football field went hand in hand. It was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I have different mentality. Outside, I'm cool. Inside, I'm a different person.
But when he's angry, you'll know, huh? When
he's pissed off.
When he's pissed off, you will know. He's quiet. But when he gets angry in the dressing room, sometimes when we come in and we're losing, a few times I've seen him raise his voice. It's like, come on, guys, like, fuck it, like, let's go. And Maka is upset because, we're not playing. Well, obviously, we know that the voice is JT and Didier. Didier is always also screaming. But Maka, when Maka is pissed off, you will know, like, okay, now
we've got it.
We need to get better. We need to win. We need to go. And it's not something he does often, but yeah, he does.
Yeah, because we are competitor. Of course, it happens sometimes it's not good. You can give you proper quality for your teammate in the pitch. But do simple, not complicate. The way we learn together, okay, today you can make the difference, but do the thing for your teammate make the difference. We are team, because of course all the players they have their own personality. It's normal. You need to have this personality because it's very important how teammates when you look at your eyes. Because I tell you all the time, when I look at your eyes, fucking look at me because I want to win.
Yeah.
You with me or not?
I want to win, Claude. I want to win.
No, you understand?
Yeah. I understand.
It's not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because after we can't fight, after we finish, sorry,
we are friends.
We change the idea. Okay, it's happened. It's normal. This is competition.
One of the unique things about the podcast that John and I have talked about on season 1, José Mourinho. We were very fortunate. José gave us an hour, Claude. It's the first time I'd met the special one. And I said to him at the end, he has this ability to make you feel like the best person on the planet. I finished that podcast, didn't I? And I said to you, I've never met the bloke. And José has made me feel 10 feet tall. And he talked about you'll always be his boy and you'll always be his boys. That first interaction, when he joined the club, do you remember the conversation that you had and how did he make you feel?
My first conversation, I've been World Cup, I think. When I signed, he called me and said, Maka, listen, I'm coming in the club. I said, yeah, no. Okay. When we talk, I need you for be ready, everything like this. He's a manager, very good manager, very clever. He knows exactly how make understand the players important you have in a squad, in a team. He give you time. When he's not ready, he's not ready. He will not push you when you're not ready because he will destroy you. After he give you time understanding this, you have one position, one is there, he's already. You will learn, and after you take the place. He makes sure you sign, you need to be happy. Not hungry, coming to training ground is not good. It's make you, the atmosphere is very competitive first. And you never sleep. Always, all the time. In the training, the morning and afternoon, we are this, you are 100% because he want you 1 hour, 100%. Concentrate for his system. 1 hour, after you do what you want. But 1 hour with me, focus. Lose pass, you stop. Oh.
Yeah.
It happened with me. Maka, why? I'm like,
That's not one bad
okay.
pass at me.
I put my brain. Maybe it's good. It's good because you progress quickly with a manager like this.
And
Yeah, I think the position we both played, we both know that sometimes when you're in that position, it's a very delicate position. Once if you make mistake there, it's half goal. It's half goal.
Finishing.
It's a very dangerous position. And I remember when I joined the club, I made a lot of mistakes because I still thought I was playing as a number 10, for Nigeria where I played. And then it took me a while to know, no, not here. You can't make mistakes here because once you do, it's almost, half goal. It took me a while to understand that. And this position is not a position where we get the limelight, like I said. You finish the weekend game, is the DJ Drogba, the Frank Lampard on the front pages. But the work that he and I did is only recognized by our teammates.
Yeah.
The teammates and the coaches come to you after the game and say, you were fucking brilliant today. You shielded the whole back four, you did your job. They see that. The fans don't see that.
They don't.
The fans only come to, who scored the goal and who, but we know the job that we did. And it's satisfying for us. And I enjoyed it.
how did you see John, Claude? Because he's after your shirt. He wants to be in the starting 11. You're the more experienced of the two. So when John first joined the club and you saw the progression that he's making.
No, he's talent. When he come, he'll be talent. You're young. He won't play.
Yeah. I wanted to kick him out.
He won't play. Starting training with us and starting understanding. Oof. Because we kick him.
Yeah.
Smash him.
Smash him, kick him for understanding, boy. You ready or not ready? Because here,
Everybody's ready.
everybody's ready, you understand? But he be strong, you understand? When I see this, I'm saying, no, you have time. I say, don't worry. we laughing, we take you like, but that's the quality for play.
That first season under José, and I know this is before John. John joined after that first season. But the records still stand. I mean, conceding the least amount of goals. That Chelsea side, the greatest compliment I can give it, Claude, I would see the team sheets.
Yeah.
I'm not a Chelsea fan. I'd see the team sheet. I'd then see you boys in the tunnel. And I'd be like, they're not losing. You had this aura, this atmosphere around you guys that just told me Chelsea are not losing.
Less goals, yeah.
Let's go. So many big egos, so many big personalities. Was that the most special team that you've played in?
Is one. I think I learn with them. I'm come from different team with different personality. Because it's not just Madrid. I've been Nantes.
Celta Vigo.
It's big player. I've been Marseille with big player. I started learn like him, like younger. But me, I have this opportunity to play with them every single week. I'm learning like, take every single details. After I've been in Celta Vigo, I think it's like the way I enjoy more football. Proper football, huh? I'm talking, I play with Mostoroy.
Carpine.
Penef, Revivo, Gustavo Lopez, Salgado, Cáceres.
Yes.
The players, they play with Maradona. Against Maradona, you understand? For me, it's like, my senior. I learned a lot
From Mazinho.
from my senior. Every single training when we finish, we come. Because the beginning, I don't want to play this position. Running, I never touch the ball. The ball is go there. If you not come, sit. Every single training when I finish, 1 hour talking. It make me understanding this position. All your teammates will depend on you. If you play with your heart, simple, make them better. You will enjoy more because they will give you back with a smile.
With a smile.
With
a love. Yeah.
With a love. The way I'm saying all the time, when you play this position, you need to love this position. If you just do because you sacrifice, you have no long career.
Yeah.
One moment you will go down. If you love it, you know what you say, you can play until 40, 45 years. Because his position simple.
Yeah.
Control pass movement.
Position.
Left, right, position between. It help you defender in a good way. It's complicated to do this.
Yeah, it is. They always
Most
say
complicated.
the simple things are the hardest things in
Yeah,
football.
yeah.
I don't know. I've never played the game at the highest level. But
You know, it's
you
more
both say that.
complicated.
Yeah.
Football is simple. Sometimes we complicate because, of course, we enjoy.
Yeah,
We see Ronaldinho do this. Roberto Carlos go there and line sign, Zidane.
Zizou.
Sometimes we do this in the training ground just for love. And in the game, it's not play anymore. It's a job. You need to do your job properly.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sport betting.
BetWinner.
You've got all those players in front of you. And I've asked you, and I know we've spoken to Eden, and John's a big, big fan of Eden, what he brought, the joy he brought, the fact that we've said it on this podcast, he didn't care. He himself has told us, like Monday to Friday, he just lived for a Saturday. Of all the players that you've had in front of you, Claude, the both of you doing the simple things well and letting the creative players do what they do, the magic, the X factor. Who's the player in front of you, Claude, that you just knew? Give the ball to him and everything will be okay.
Favorite player, I think, is Zidane.
Zidane.
Oof.
Yeah. When I started to play with him, understanding, he's a big player. Anyway, when they want the ball, sometimes I look for free player behind you. Hey, I don't care, give me the ball. It's my decision. He's always telling me, it's my decision. See, I'm wrong, I will give you back. But I need to touch his ball.
The ball,
because 5 minutes for me not touch his ball, I'm still not
Out of
in
the game, yeah. Out of the game, yeah.
It's a way all the time I say, many midfielders, your ball, give them. Doesn't matter if they lose the ball, but they need this confidence. For be with the ball, understanding, be friendly with the ball. One as they start, the big player, one as they starting smelling the ball with
Yeah.
is down. They make the difference always because they have a system sense, what you say, like they see long time ago. The games they played 2 days ago, you thinking is starting now. They realize they image the game 2 days ago. They know exactly the things they will do in a game.
Would you watch him, John? Claude, when he's talking about giving it to creative players, and you said, José said, John, watch him. You're sitting on the bench. Are you just studying the simple things?
Yeah. For me, I obviously, growing up, I was playing as a number 10. That was me. Everything went through me and all. So when I came to the club, I kind of knew, okay, there was a lot of players playing there. And then there was no one else playing. It was Essien, but Essien is not really that. Essien is, so then obviously José was like, this might be your position. This might suit you a bit better. And then of course I sat down. One particular thing I was always trying to understand is his position. He was always at the right place at the right time. Yeah. He's not the quickest, but he's there. You look and Maka is there. When the ball comes at the edge of the box, sometimes the ball goes wide and it comes at the edge of the box for the other opponent to smash it in. Who's there? Maka. To call it out. So I kept thinking, how come he's always there? And it's just with time and understanding, and that's how I watch that and I kind of understand how he did it, and it's a role model to me,
and a role model to so many, Claude. And John and I have spoken a lot. N'Golo Kanté, he comes on the scene. Leicester City pick this boy up. He is incredible in Leicester City's title success. You and I have spoken about this. How Chelsea were able to sign him for 32 million. Don't get me wrong, that's a huge sum of money. But in football, it is not. And he went on to help them win the league that season again. How much admiration do you have for N'Golo Kanté? And what is it that most impresses you about what he's able to do?
When he plays, he's always smiling.
He's a lovely boy, huh?
Yeah, he's a good kid, yeah.
This is the football, this is the quality. More you smiling, it's like you enjoy it. Anywhere, quality, running, 90 minutes, fighting, with smiling. This is more difficult.
Yeah.
It's a more difficult. While you're smiling, you're happy. If you give happy your teammate, he's hungry, you look at him, he's happy, you make him relax. You know, it's a connection. Football is connection. Connection, it's a big manager. They know if not connection, it's difficult for the team make success.
And then Carlo's the king of that, isn't he?
No, Carlo is. Carlo is. I mean, Kanté, we talk about him. I said, I was watching him play for Leicester, and then when I knew he was coming to the club, I straight away knew, okay, my time is done. I need to go. Because he doesn't stop running. He doesn't stop running. You know, when a football player, sometimes when we make this sprint and you run with the ball and you sprint, and then the action is finished, you go like, no, not Kanté. Huh? You see him, he's running back. You're thinking, where do you get this energy from? And I saw him train a few times at the club when I was still there, before I was, and I straight away knew, no chance, Mikel, you're done. And I spoke to the club and I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to go. And and that was it.
He is. He's over in Saudi Arabia now.
He's back in the French team again.
Is he?
After 2 years now, he's back in the French team.
Why?
Because nobody could play the position. It's just like when you left Real Madrid.
So problems like a national team need covering one guy, come with your enjoyment. This is what I'm telling you. He will come back. He's never finished. He go to Arabia Saudi to play 40 games. It's not about his quality. It's about his position. He's comfortable. He give an extra solution for the manager. Because when the game is starting, the manager doesn't exist anymore. The players, they need to deal with all the problems inside. If you have good communication, you can deal with the problem. If you don't have the communication between you in the game,
Finish.
How easy was that for you from Chelsea? Because we've heard that you guys were such a close knit. Yeah, there'd be fighting. Yeah, you'd be grabbing one another, but you had the common goal to win. It was all designed to get a victory on the Saturday and ultimately win trophies. I've been very fortunate, Claude. I've spoken to a lot of Frenchmen over French former players, Bakary Sagna, Florent Malouda, Mikel Silvestri. They all tell me different stories about the French camp. What was playing for France like? Was it a calm environment? Was it a welcoming environment when you would join the national team?
It'd be difficult. Before for go national team, you need to have 1 year's experience in a competition like high level. Or just wear the t-shirt. Now I see it's like 2 games, sir.
Yeah.
You're on the national team. I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Another camp,
Before, we are 30 waiting
To come.
to come.
Yeah.
Is a lot. My first time when I be there, I'm like, okay, I need to come back because it's different competition, it's different timing, it's a pressure, but when I start understanding the national team is kind of pressure, when you come back in the club, you are more relaxed because the level is different. Top level. When you play national team, it's like you play against the best player.
Of course, yeah.
Did you feel that? More pressure playing for your country? Did you feel it, John? Or Chelsea?
Bit of both, but it depends, isn't it? Like I think there's always pressure. I think national team, there's always pressure. Of course, pressure from your country people. I mean, they want you to win, and the pressure is there. But the only thing is that we get the pressure with our club week in, week out on a Wednesday, on a Saturday. But this is like maybe after a few months. But the pressure is there, same pressure.
What were you most nervous, if you mind me asking? African Cup of Nations final or the UEFA Champions League final?
They're both the same. I mean, the African Cup of Nations used to happen, was it every 2 years it was back then? So, of course, you want to win it. The Champions League, you have the chance to win it every year. But they're both really, I've always said that they are both are the most, my two precious trophies, the Champions League and the African Cup of Nations, because, like you know, Maka, it's so difficult to win with your national team. It's so difficult to win with the national team.
The most nervous you've ever been, Claude? Do you get nervous? You look to me as if...
Every single game you are nervous.
Nervous.
The beginning you are nervous. But when you in, it's too late.
It's forget.
Every single game, you need to be nervous.
You need nerves, to perform,
You need something like for understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, now the work started. If you always relax,
it means it's not...
My teammate relax, okay. You make the difference, you can relax every time you want.
Yeah.
You relax, you do nothing. I know. I know, my friend. We give you the possibility to relax, to do what you want, do the difference.
Yeah.
We will make you wake up quickly.
Yeah,
because
you need it.
We want you be performance.
In terms of disappointments in your career, we can celebrate the successes, of course we can. But I've said this many times, and the old maxim, the old adage that you learn more in failure than you do in success. A disappointment when you look back on your career, Claude, that you think that stood me in good stead.
I have a lot every single day in a training ground.
No.
Yeah, of course. Some people don't understand football. You make mistake in a training ground. It's not about mistake. Your mistake make you for learning. Many players don't understand mistake. He's not happy. No. Learn for this mistake. You will not do the same thing next time. You go on the second step, third step, fourth step. After you take the experience slowly. The mistake is for learning. I learn from all my mistakes. All.
I can see why he was your mentor, John.
Yeah, no, he is. I'm just going to ask Maka before we let him go. I mean, that Madrid team you played with, it's Figo, Zidane, Ronaldo. Ronaldo, yes? Raul. One player that I just loved watching then. I mean, I love watching you also, and all of you. Guti. How good was Guti?
Many people never talk about it. Guti be more genius than all the players on the pitch. I'm talking about Beckham, Zidane, all the players on the pitch.
Guti.
But he love football. It's the way he want to love football. He have pass, technique, vision, standing.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. Every single thing the player need. Good looking. He have everything. It's quality football. Oh my God.
I remember he had a back heel against Deportivo.
The one he would have scored in the back heel for Benzema.
Was it?
You see,
Benzema, yeah.
You see this kind of thing anymore.
You don't see anymore. No.
Anymore.
Everybody
You see this with Zidane, Gucci is there. You know, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, you don't see anymore. The guy he go, he can score, but all the players, they will go for close, this is like assist with happiness.
Magic.
Yeah.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sport betting.
BetWinner.
And again, I know you've got to run. I've got to ask. Chelsea, of course, your team here in England, still got great love and affection for the club. Are they on the right track? There'll be a lot of Chelsea fans watching this, listening to this. Claude, do they keep you up at night? Do you struggle to sleep when you think of where Chelsea are?
Of course, it's normal. We've been doing story there, it's like our club, and I can't understanding. Many things are changing and they need time. But when I come to Chelsea, no time. No time. You need successful, you need to make the result. But with a different generation, different football, different player, when you bought player from Chelsea, you need to know exactly this player need be Chelsea player. With identity, with pressure, because Chelsea is the most difficult team in London about pressure, about the results, the final football. And when you take the player from Chelsea, you need to know exactly how you will adapt quickly. If you're young, give time, tell the truth. We will progress like this. We have plan. Don't worry, we will come back because Ranieri does this, Mourinho does this, Ancelotti come and do this. Of course, you can win all the time. It's impossible.
Yeah.
But request some identity for every single player when they come, they know exactly what to do.
And is that happening right now? No.
I don't know. I'm not there anymore.
course.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I can't push myself and say, no, it's not work like this. I think maybe we need to give them time because we love Chelsea and we give all the positive feeling for them for come back, win Champions League again, maybe it's final, Premier League, every competition like this.
You are the master, he's the apprentice, and life is good. Finishing up, life is good. You're in a good place right now.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with my family, my friend, and I still have a good life. And the more important for me is close my family because I lose my father and my mom. The only family I have, my children, my brother, and my friend, and it's very important for me.
Well, listen, Claude, it's been an honour to have you on the podcast. Good luck, safe travels over the course of the summer.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
BetWinner is your reliable partner in the world of sports betting.
Well, he's just exited the building. He's got a flight to catch. Claude Makélélé, John. I know you obviously know him well. I didn't know what to expect. That bloke, I think Mensa, I think he's got a better IQ than Frank Lampard. He is a smart,
He's
intelligent
a smart guy.
man.
Very
Quiet
smart.
man.
Very smart guy. We've always known, I think, when you watch Claude play, you know he's very smart. Obviously, he knows his height is not, he's not the tallest, he's not the biggest, but he played with the brain. He's smart. He knows how to, to read the game. And he understood that by knowing his size. He knew coming to the Premier League, he couldn't compete with the physicality of the Premier League. He had to adjust to it, and that's something he just told us.
But it's so different. I mean, you are an imposing man, John. You're a big, big man. I mean, again, not to be disrespectful to Claude at all. This is just my, I guess, assessment. He's more like a Formula One driver. He's more like he's like a jockey.
Yeah.
I'm astounded that in the rough and tumble, the rigorous nature of the Premier League, that bloke excelled.
He did.
It's incredible.
He did. I mean, again, it's about the brain. It's about, sometimes when I watch him in training, and I'm strong, and when when the ball is there, and you feel like you wanna go with
Step
Claude,
across.
he knows where to put his body. Sometimes it's not just about it's about knowing where to put your body, how to put your body first to be able to shield yourself from the other guy. And Claude did it perfectly well. Size, not a problem. Football IQ, not a problem. He excelled in everything. And to come to the Premier League with that size and to do it successfully well, it's absolutely
And with all
amazing.
of that hair that Claude Makélélé has got, he
He's
was
lost
the
it
longest
all.
in the shower. He was the longest in the shower, yes.
He lost all of them in the shower,
Yeah, of course he did. The other thing as well, John, and if Eden Hazard is listening or watching this, he wears glasses better than you wear glasses, John. There's a man. I now know who you've styled yourself on. That man is sartorial elegance. He
Yes.
dresses well, huh?
Elegance. I think that's something he did as well when we were playing. He was always looking class.
Immaculate.
He was always looking class.
So he was. Claude Makélélé, another great one for the podcast. We've had a lot of Chelsea fans in particular asking for Claude. So well done you getting him, John.
We
That
keep going, mate.
contract
We keep
book.
going.
Was he out Bosman signing, or have we paid big money for him?
As long as the Chelsea fans are happy, we keep bringing the big boys in.
Yes, we do. Claude Makélélé on the Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner. I'll say it again. Huge thanks to BetWinner for their continued support on this podcast. And when we're getting people like Claude Makélélé on it, John, the paymasters will be happy.
Yep.
Your fans are going to be happy. Chelsea fans,
It means we're doing something right, mate. We're doing
means
something
we are.
right. We're doing something right.
We're going to be back with another edition of the podcast. Do keep your suggestions coming in. You can follow us on all your usual social media platforms at Obi One Podcast, whether that's guests, whether you want the big man talking about a specific topic, you know what to do. Get in touch with us. The Obi One Podcast, made possible by BetWinner.